Hello students, warm welcome to video learning lecture. My name is Ashish and today I will be teaching you a method to solve quadratic equation, and that method is factorization method. In my previous video lecture we have discussed about quadratic equations, its graph, how to identify the equation, and today we will be learning one method to solve any quadratic equation with the help of factorization method. We call it splitting the middle term also. So here one equation is given, x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Actually in this equation 3 terms are available, but we want to split the middle term. We will make it 4 and after that we will take the terms common. So how to split the middle term? The procedure is that you need to remember. For that purpose, the general equation of this quadratic form is this. So whatever coefficient of x square and the constant term is there, you multiply the terms and you need to factorize. Okay, so after factorization we need to check this sign. If this positive is there, then we need to add the factors. If this negative is there, then we need to subtract the factors. Okay, so here 1 is there and 10 is there, so 1 into 10. Okay, so actual answer is 10 and we need to factorize 10 such that subtraction of the factor will give you 3. See here, if plus then addition, if minus then subtraction. Okay, so here we need to factorize 10 such that the subtraction of the factor will give you 3. So it is very easy. The factors of 10 will be 1 into 10 and 5 into 2. So after subtracting 3 we will get in this factors 5 and 2. Now whenever subtraction is available, then here if positive addition is there, then both the factors will be having same sign. Okay, either both will be positive or both will be negative. And if subtraction is there, then opposite signs will be there, different signs will be there. So which term I have to put as positive, which term I have to put negative over here? Whatever term we are requiring over here, check the sign. Negative is there, so this sign will be given to the bigger factor always. Remember this thing, that this sign, the sign of middle term, we will give to greater number, okay, larger number. So here minus 5 plus 2, because opposite sign is there, negative is there, so we will split the middle term like this, x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. This is the main thing that we need to understand in this topic, that how to split the middle term. So the procedure is like this. Again, understand this method well. Say these 3 terms are given, 1 into 10 is there because a and c will take. Okay, after that we will factorize it such that the addition or subtraction of the factor will give you the middle term. Okay, when we will take addition, whenever here positive sign is there. If negative, then we will take the subtraction of the factor. Now one more thing you need to remember is, if positive is there, then both the factors will be having same sign, either positive or negative. And if subtraction is there, then opposite sides will be there, and in opposite sign we need to put the sign of middle term to the larger number in the factors. Okay, whichever larger factor is there, that larger factor will get the sign of middle term. Okay, after that it is very easy now, that you take x common from this, x minus 5 will get, here you take 2 common from this. Now this whole bracket we can take common, so x minus 5, x plus 2 will be the remaining term, x minus 5 if I take common, then here x will remain, here plus 2 will remain. So these are the factors of this equation. Okay, now if we want zeros of the equation, then it is very easy process, that you directly put x minus 5 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 5, take another factor x plus 2 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 2. So minus 2 and 5 are the solution, are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial, okay, quadratic equation. So I hope all of you understand this well. We will take one more example, but first write down this and understand this well. Okay. Here I am with another example. 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. We will follow the same procedure as previous one. So let's get started. Here the coefficient of x square is 100 and here 1 is there. So 100 into 1 is there. We need to factorize this 100 into 1. So the factors of 100 are 10 into 10, 25 into 4, 20 into 20. Okay, we can get as many as possible factors. So now what we need to check, either we need to add the factors or subtract the factor. So which term will decide? This sign will decide. The sign which is given before C will decide that either we need to add the factors or we need to subtract the factors. Okay, so here the sign is positive. So if positive, then we need to add the factors. So after adding which factor I am getting 20? This first one, 10 into 10. Okay, it is very easy actually. If you will practice this, then you will get idea. Okay, now we need to put 10 into 10, 10 plus 10 here, but we'll give the same sign. So which sign will give? Whatever sign is of middle term. If middle term is negative, then give negative sign to both the numbers. If middle term is positive, then give positive sign to both the numbers. Okay, this will follow in this process. Okay, now let us solve this. 100x square minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0, because we are taking these factors and we are giving the same sign as middle term. Now what we can take common from these two terms? 10x. The remaining term over here will be 10x and here 1 will remain. Here we cannot take anything common, so we take minus 1. So 10x minus 1, if I take minus 1 common outside, then inside sign will be changed. Okay, here negative positive, positive negative. Now we can take this whole bracket common. So 10x minus 1 and the remaining terms are 10x minus 1. Now we will equate this to 0. So 10x minus 1 is equal to 0, 10x is equal to 1, and we will get our answer as 1 upon 10. As both the factors are similar, if I compare this also with 0, then I will get the same answer. So here the answer will be 1 by 10 twice. Okay? So this method is very important. So if you will practice this more and more question of this, then you will be able to solve in fraction of seconds. Okay, let us take one more example. First, write down this thing. Here I am with the next example, and this example is somewhat typical than the previous two, but let us solve this. So here we are having the coefficient as 1 and the C constant term as 324. So as the algorithm says that we need to factorize this. So how will we factorize 1 into 324? 324 is 81 into 4. Okay, now 81 is 9 into 9. Now merge any two factors and check out that either the addition, why I am calling addition only because this sign is positive. So if positive, then add the factors. So the addition of the factor must give you 45. So let us merge this together. So 9 into 36, 9 into 4, 36. Okay, so 9 plus 36 will give you 45. So these are your correct factors. Okay, you need to practice this kind of questions and you need to solve this kind of questions. Only then you will be able to factorize this kind of big number. Okay, so now as the addition we are doing, we need to put the same sign and the sign will be of the middle term. So here negative sign is there, so we will give negative sign to both these numbers. So x square minus 9x minus 36x plus 324 is equal to 0. Take x common from this, take 36 common from this. Now this bracket will be always similar to this bracket. If you are doing the correct sum, if you are taking this term correctly, if you are writing the first term correctly, then always your second term will be having the same bracket. Okay, so no need to worry about that. Take this bracket common, x minus 9, the remaining terms are x minus 36. So if I equate with 0 both the factors, then we will get x is equal to 9, x is equal to 36 as our zeros of this equation. Okay, and this x minus 9 and x minus 36 are the factors of this given equation. Okay, so you need to practice this kind of questions. If you will practice more and more, then you will be able to solve any kind of this quadratic equation with the help of factorization method. And this kind of examples are given in exercise 4.2 of your class 10 mathematics textbook, and if you have any doubt, then you can contact me, and contact details are given in description. Okay. Another thing, there is no shortcut for this kind of equation. You need to practice. Okay, you need to develop your logic to find out factors like this. Then only you will be able to solve this kind of question very speedy in examination. Okay, so I hope all of you understand this method well. So do share this video with your friends, and yes, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Stay tuned, stay connected for more videos like this. Thank you so much.